Kale Abrahamson talks about crypto. What's up, fam? In this video, we're going to talk about the overall philosophy for my crypto trading, which is a zero stress strategy. I like to make all of my trades so that I can sleep at night, so that I can enjoy my life. So if you are interested in that, watch this video. I'm going to talk about where I see crypto going this year more broadly so that you can predict the trends for the rest of this year. And then I'm going to talk about how you can make money doing this, because obviously that's the important thing. Now, you guys may have noticed that this is a different channel. I just realized today that I had this extra channel that I haven't even posted on since like 5 years ago. Here are all my basketball highlights. You guys should definitely go watch this, because your boy was crushing it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could hoop a little bit. So go watch my career highlights. I just realized I had this channel. I went to China. There's all kinds of fun stuff on here. But anyway, I'm making this extra channel. I'm kind of revitalizing it. This is my main channel, The Kale Show. Obviously, we have a few more subscribers over here. I'm going to subscribe to myself, actually. There we go. And I'm going to turn the bell on. Oh, yeah. Anyway, the reason I'm making this channel, guys, is because sometimes I have thoughts that I just don't want to put out there for the big audience, right? It's just, these have to be like, very, very precise videos. And I just want to have a channel that I can put some extra stuff out there that might help you. So one thing I was thinking about today that I thought needed a video was just, how do you trade without stressing out all the time, right? Because if you look at this chart, right, this is what a lot of people's, I guess, screens will probably look like these days. They're trying to use all the indicators. They're trying to figure out, when should I buy? When should I sell? All these moving averages, all these lines, right? And this can get very overwhelming and very difficult for a lot of people. Smash the like button on this video if you have ever been overwhelmed by all these indicators and lines and all that stuff, right? That happens to me all the time. So people ask me, like, how do you make money? Well, I just did this trade yesterday, right? And it's like $9,000 total, right? I made this and this, and then this one over here. And it's an easy trade, but I had zero stress. I slept through the night. I woke up and money was there. It was literally like passive income on this short. And so people ask, like, how do you do that? Well, here's what I do. Okay. I just want to simplify it. So let's go back to the Bitcoin chart. Let's go to the hourly view, and we'll just take an example from yesterday, okay? A simple example. I take away all these indicators, right? Oh, isn't this nice? Isn't this so much nicer? Oh, it's starting to be actually readable. Oh my gosh, delete all of this. Okay, great. We're looking at the price. The price is what we're looking at here. And, it's been crazy. We've been up and down and all around over the past few weeks. It's even weirder on the daily chart. I mean, basically, if you look at the daily chart, it's just down, right? We went this is the past like 6 months, 7 months of Bitcoin, right? We just went down from the top here, and we basically just been straight down if you look at it from that perspective, right? But if you look at it on let's just do the example from yesterday, because that's pretty recent, right? How did I make money on this trade? Well, there was an event coming out. It's called the inflation data release, right? And so as of yesterday, we were kind of around this price, around like $42,000 for Bitcoin, right? $42,000. So I want to show you how I do this zero stress, okay? Is that okay? So $42,000. And I was just thinking through this logically. Lots of people want to put a bunch of lines on this chart. Lots of people want to just, anticipate every single move. But I try to break it down into what was actually the most important. So I knew this news event was coming, right, the next day. And I also knew that there's a lot of bearish indicators in the market, right? A lot of things are happening. We have Ukraine and Russia. We have the Federal Reserve slowing down the money printer, yada, yada, yada. There's basically like 100 things that are bearish, which means negative. And there's not very many things that are positive. Does that make sense? So I'm just thinking through that in my head, okay? And I know there's an event tomorrow. And so my thinking is simple. It's like, what are the chances that we go to $50,000 tomorrow? What are the chances that this inflation data comes out and is so low that it rockets us up to $50,000, right? That would have been the worst case scenario for a short, right? Because I'm not going to use a lot of leverage, but $50,000 would have been bad for me, very bad. We wouldn't have wanted that, right? And so what was the percent chance there? And I honestly just sat at my computer for like 10 minutes, and I thought to myself, well, inflation's high. There have been a few tweets today which literally said that inflation was going to be high tomorrow. So we know that inflation is not going to be very low. And the only way that it goes up is if inflation is low. So I put the percent chance of rocketing to $50,000 yesterday, probably around 1%. There's always a chance, right? There's always a chance, but it was a small percentage. And the percent chance of going lower the next day was probably, honestly, like the rest of the percent, 99% in my head, after just considering the facts and thinking about the event itself, what was actually going to influence the price, right? So I went into a short, and it's very important to know like how to structure your trades, because when I did this trade, basically what I did is I used, I know it seems like a lot of money here, but you see how the price barely moved? I used 1x leverage, 1x. So a lot of people are out here doing 25x leverage, 30x leverage, all this crazy stuff. I used 1x, I used a larger position size, and I thought to myself, okay, let's say that I'm wrong. Let's say that I'm wrong and the 1% comes true. The 1%, it goes to $50,000. How much money will I lose? And I literally calculated how much money I would lose on the trade. And I said, okay, if it goes to $50,000, it's the worst case scenario, I would lose X amount of dollars. And then I thought to myself, will I be able to sleep at night if I lose this amount of money? And I thought, yeah, I don't really care. It's no big deal. It doesn't matter. And so when you have your worst case scenario, and this has to be realistic. It can't be like, oh, worst case is like 46, because really worst case would have been up here, right? You have to be honest. When you have your worst case scenario mapped out and you can live without those results, then you don't need all the crazy stop losses and leverage and all this crazy stuff that makes it so complicated and hard. You can just confidently put on the trade, wake up in the morning, and reevaluate from there, okay? So that is my strategy for everything. I always make sure that if the worst case scenario happens, it won't bother me. Does that make sense? So that is how I trade. So that way I can be aggressive, but also be confident. Okay. And the next thing I want to say, and we'll get off this video, is where I see crypto going this next year. Okay. Everyone's like, I literally had people in our Discord channel today asking me like, Kale, where do you, like, should I buy back in? Like, when are you going to buy Ethereum? When are you going to buy Ethereum? And there's this like culture. And it's not anyone's fault, honestly. It really isn't. So this chart's really messy. But let's go back to the daily chart on Bitcoin. So there's like this culture that you need to be a part of every single move. You need to be involved. You need to buy here and you need to sell here. You need to buy here and you need to sell here. You need to buy right here and you need to sell right here. That is just total bull, right? You don't need to be a part of every single move. You need to catch the big moves. So I see over the rest of this year, there are too many negative factors, and I go over those on my main channel, so go watch the main channel, but I see so many negative factors coming into crypto over the next 2 to 3 months. There's just too much inflation. There's just too much pressure on the financial system right now for us not to go lower. So I do see Bitcoin over the next 2 to 3 months. Hopefully sooner, we can just get it over with. We come down here into the below $30,000 briefly, maybe $28,000, $27,000, hopefully, and we are able to buy a bunch of Bitcoin down here, and then we will slowly make our way back up, because over time, we all believe that we are going to go back up. So the question I would ask you is, why do you need to trade every single move? Why not just be patient? Why not earn passive income? There's a lot of ways to do that. I talk about my other channel too, and try to buy back in down here. That's what I would encourage a lot of you to do, because trading each move is sometimes not the best strategy. Same thing with Ethereum. I think Ethereum could come down here to $1,800 is the level I'd be watching. If Ethereum makes its way down to $1,800 or lower, maybe even $1,600, this is where I want to load up my long-term bags. Why would I load up my bags right now? I mean, there's just no point. I might catch this little pump here, but I might miss all of this down here, right? So that is how I see it long term. I really think that this year is going to make a lot of people quit crypto, but I also think it's going to be a huge opportunity for those who are able to buy in at the bottom down here. And the last thing, and I'll let you guys go, is how can you make money in this market? You can make money in this market by being a part of a community, by listening, by learning, and and honestly, let's just going back to what I said earlier, you make money by doing zero stress trades that are actually profitable. And even if you're only making like 10 bucks on each trade, right? And I'm not trying to be a dick, but like this trade here where I made like $9,000, like it's not that big of a deal to me, or honestly, like it's not that big of a deal. It's just, it's not that much money, right? It's a small trade, but it may be not a lot of money for you. It's like 100 bucks or 200 bucks, and that's fine, right? You're just getting started. So make good trades consistently, 100 bucks here, 100 bucks there, 100 bucks there, and craft your skills. And that is how you compound. You don't compound by going all in and doing risky shit and then getting liquidated, right? So that's all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoy the new channel, and obviously subscribe to this one. Hey, I'm gonna subscribe to myself. Well, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, bye.